entrepreneurs or fashion designers or art gallery owners or, restaurateurs. All the VIPs that are there are entrepreneurs themselves. They're not, they're business people at the end of the day, diva or no diva. So you treat them with respect and professionally, and they'll give you the same respect back. And I do work across, particularly, I think, contentious is the fashion industry. It's always controversial. You're always reading about, your showbiz and your fashion industries. But even there, just be above board, be honest and professional, and that's it. So it's not a question of controlling your own emotions. If you know, if you're passionate, as Samira was saying about your business, and you have self-belief, you don't find yourself having to control your emotions. You do have days where you're like, yaar, bas bhi karo, please stop. आप क्या कह रहे हैं? It's ridiculous what you're saying. You come up against people who've established themselves in the business much longer than you have, practicing practices which are much older than yours and not necessarily bad in any way, but yours are younger and you believe more dynamic. So
exactly. What I wanted to ask you was, do you feel that sometimes because young entrepreneurs are hungry for work and they're more committed and they would, to get that first client, to get to bag that first project is a huge high.
Yeah.
Or kabhi kabar aapko lagta hai ki, because of that disadvantage that you don't have experience right now, you may have to compromise on a few things.
No, I think it's very important to have experience in some way, whether it's formal or informal, whether it's through internships, I think, or working in other organizations. And that's why I was talking about my own experience. I had experience. I didn't go and invest this money in a company which I knew nothing about or to which I had never worked in. There's only so much you read in textbooks. There's actual practical knowledge is important. So I'd advise that if you're starting a business, pehle aap apna research kar le. Find out, work in an organization that's similar. Nobody's saying be manipulative and join the organization, steal their ideas and leave. Absolutely not. Ethically, go in and learn the business, and when you come into the business, stay friends with everybody. Cliques, alliances, वगैरह जो बनती हैं, and they're very easy to make. Bad mouthing, backbiting, कभी ना करें. At the end, that's when you're at a disadvantage.
Before you actually start off your business, you need to have a clear understanding of the business ethics and values that you want to portray. Remember, anything that you bring forward, a product, a service, a brand, is literally an extension of your own personality. So if you want people to trust and respect you, the same is expected of your business practice, of your setup. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I see a number of my students feverishly scribbling away. I'm assuming they're taking notes, but I am also thinking that they have a lot of questions. So before I take their questions, one last one for my entire panel. A lot of times, young people don't strike gold in the first opening. For example, you may open a restaurant, you may start off a service, you may start off designing clothes or painting pictures, and you get bad reviews. There is always going to be that sustained effort to malign your work. How do you bounce back? How do you take that blow and that critique in the positive way?
Well, perseverance. If you believe, again, I go back to the same thing. If you believe in yourself, in what you're doing, you will bounce back, because sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will not hurt me. Absolutely.
Okay. I feel जी entrepreneurial spirit जो है, वो सैलाब की शक्ल की होती है. जिस तरह सैलाब के पानी को आप रोक नहीं सकते, वो कहाँ से चला और कहाँ तक पहुँच गया, and it just wiped off everything in its way. No matter what efforts you do, it will find its way to get ahead. Similarly, I feel entrepreneurial spirit is something exactly like that. I wanted to open up an amusement company. I couldn't make that happen, but I ended up doing something else which was equally important or equally entrepreneurial. So if you really want to be an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You may change your method of entrepreneurship, but entrepreneurship is a spirit, and it cannot be restricted to just a hotel or designing or a PR company. It could literally be anything. If I wasn't doing designing today, I could be doing PR for somebody, or I could be running an art gallery or running an amusement company. As long as I'm an entrepreneur, the principles of entrepreneurship is exactly the same, and no amount of stopping, bad mouthing or bad reviews can ever stop that. It's just like Sailab. कुछ नहीं रोक सकता उसको.
I think I completely agree with everyone to say, and I don't want to be long-winded because it's really that short and concise. You may fail, but it's all right. We all fail. We fail every day in something. Whether it's you don't know how to use Microsoft Excel, which is my constant failure every day, or it's for some people it's PowerPoint. For some people it's math, another one of my failures. You have failures every day. It's about how you envision them. And as I was saying, you can be entrepreneurial in every way. You can be working in an organization already and be entrepreneurial by taking the lead in specific projects. If you feel it's all right, as long as you have the commitment and your values are right, make sure you know your values are right. Don't do a sir kaam jisko kehte na wo na kare. Because if you do that and you fail, then you can't really blame anybody around you or your circumstances, or you say yaar Pakistan mein kaam karna itna mushkil hai. I mean, this gentleman has worked, has pioneered the industry, and he's worked in a Pakistan and different eras and different governments and different situations. Against all odds. So ये जो बहाना है कि पाकिस्तान में काम करना मुश्किल है, I don't believe it, because these are the inspirational stories. So values should be right, and you won't fail. And if you do, you pick yourself back up again and you'll be fine. Just make sure you know what you're doing.
Yes, and now to open the floor for questions, we have about 10 to 12 minutes for that. I would ideally want to invite about 4 to 5 questions from 4 to 5 different areas and rows in this room. So can I have a show of hands for the first question, and a mic be directed your way. Once again, I'd like to remind you to please be very concise in your question. Have a question in mind, don't have a comment in mind. For the commenting, for the interaction, we'll have the high tea sessions where you can speak with our panelists. And also, if you don't get a chance to ask a question right now, you can always send a question to the Ladies Fun Facebook fan page, or you can also send it to my page on Facebook. It goes by my name. And these questions will be directed to our panelists, and surely you'll get an answer. So my first question, where are you? Yes. Could you kindly stand up, identify yourself, and ask us a question?
Hello. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. This is Rubina Iqbal. And hello. Yeah. No. I think they don't
Yes,
want me
we
to
hear you. Go on.
Okay. This is Rubina Iqbal, and I'm currently doing my MBA and started with my own business. Just a small initiative I started with. So, my question to you, being an entrepreneur, is that you start with a product, you have the resources with you, you make an investment, a very small investment, but how to differentiate that product and make it into a brand that you guys have, especially Amir Adnan, this question goes for you, that you start with a product, everyone starts with a clothing thing, but making it a brand, the persona you have for the brand, how do you do that? How can you make that magic? That's my question.
From a product to a brand, how does that journey happen?
The key is to be able to sustain yourself. You see, a butterfly is not born like a butterfly. It borns like a little kida. It squiggles away and it turns into a caterpillar. Eventually, it matures into a butterfly. So your product right now is in that pupal stage. It is going to grow into something very nice. It's going to grow into a brand. So don't be in a haste to say that, from day one it has to become a brand. It's difficult to do that. First, you have to understand your product. You have to find out its flaws. You have to keep perfecting it as it goes on. When you prepare something, the best chefs, the first time they've cooked wasn't something delicious, but eventually what they produce is something very nice and sumptuous. So you just have to hold on, and you have to give yourself time. You have to give yourself, you have to allow yourself to go up the learning curve. So you have to be patient, but in order to be patient, in order to gain that time so that your product can develop into a brand, you have to sustain it. So you have to make sure it can sell. Whatever it is, it has to sell. You find somebody, lower the price if the standards are not high, but just keep sort of circulating it, keep the turnover going on. Eventually, it keeps going up and it keeps getting better. And in your process of trying to convert that into a brand, learn. Keep your eyes and ears open. Imbibe as much as possible from the environment. Learn as much as you can. I'm not a trained, qualified fashion designer. I'm a financial analyst by profession. I'm an MBA. I used to work for a bank. But right now, I ended up designing. And I can cut and stitch and I can make patterns and I can do everything. But I learned as I got along. But it didn't happen on day one. So keep your sort of focus in line and don't give up. But don't expect hasty things to come out. It doesn't work that way. Just keep at it. Ho jayega. Definitely ho jayega.
So be persistent, and it's important to remember that you're a born brand. From day one, treat and feel like a brand and just stay on that path.
Like the butterfly knows it's a butterfly the moment it's born. Like, hona hai uske saath. But it just has to live through that stage.
Absolutely. Can we have our next question, please? The lady in blue right here in the front row.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Maliha Bangash. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer, a finance executive at UBL Fund Managers. Since we have some very distinguished ladies here and amongst the audience, we're budding entrepreneurs, I'm assuming. I think one of the important things that I would like you to throw some light on is, as a woman, what advantages and disadvantages or challenges, I would say, would one face in our current environment going forth as an entrepreneur?
I'm just being told that this is all the time we have, so we'll just take one more question after your response. Please go ahead.
Actually, I'm really happy you asked this question because I was telling myself, rehearsing to answer the question anyway in one of my answers. I don't think it's a disadvantage in any way at all. I'm not sure about Samira's experience. I'm glad it wasn't. Everybody says कि वो पाकिस्तान में औरतों के लिए इतना मुश्किल है. We sitting in this room are a very privileged, fortunate lot of people. We are educated. We've been to schools. We're currently going to schools within Pakistan. We have parents who've educated us as women. We do not face the discrimination, at least we haven't faced the discrimination that is said to exist in this environment. It's what you make of yourself. Today we're sitting on a panel with, like I said, one of the biggest personalities in Pakistan here, and we're sitting here in a very equal capacity. And it's because we are professional women. We haven't built our businesses on the being a woman, or we haven't tried to win a sympathy vote either, or gotten business or lost business because we're women. We operate with men every day. It's about just being a professional. It doesn't really, your gender doesn't matter. Even in Pakistan, I think that's a very big cliche in Pakistan, that women are disadvantaged, especially in this class sitting here.
So what you mean to say is success is not really gender bias, so it's only a mindset. You need to break that box and come out and spread your wings. I have room enough for just one more question before we wrap up this. And also, I'm not gender biased. It has to be a boy, and it has to be from the back of the room. I think we can take that question there, please. Yes. Go on, talk. You'll get your voice soon.
But they'll say no gender bias.
Hello, can we have his voice back, please?
Hello.
Ji. Be loud, we can still hear you. Come on, go ahead.
Being an entrepreneur, what we have to do, in order to have a good interaction with our employees at each level of hierarchy.
Okay.
And
each level of hierarchy, how do you make sure that you communicate effectively?
Okay, first of all, you have to stop believing that you're the boss. You are the boss, but you don't have to show that at all. You have to become one of the team members. अगर टीम का कैप्टन प्लेयर बन जाए तो टीम बेहतर खेलती है. अगर वो कैप्टन बन के उसके ऊपर हावी हो जाए तो खेल नहीं सकता.